GBO2, and definitely never Tangent.
Not once.
Not
Guaranteed.
ever.
Today we've got a guest, Aqua Vengeance. Do you want to go ahead and let everybody know what you do and where they can find you and all that stuff, where you come from?
Well, my name is Aqua Vengeance, and I have a YouTube channel also called Aqua Vengeance. A lot of people also call me Dongo Unchained, or Dongo for short, because of my PS4 name, which evolves into funny names like Danglo, Dingo, Dongo, Bongo, Dangho. But yeah, I have a YouTube channel, which it has a lot of clicks on it for the pretty much every new suit that comes out. I do something. I get the suit, I kind of test it out a little bit, then I have a match with it, and then I have the initial thoughts on the suit. And in between those, I have just normal little GBO2 videos. Sometimes I stream GBO2 as well, called a chill stream. And sometimes even another game, I think a long time ago, I did like Duke Nukem 3D. Like once, I did some other games like Ultra Kill. But other than that, it's mostly just GBO2, yeah.
Dude, Duke Nukem 3D. I played that a ton when I was a kid.
I wasn't around for when it came out, but on an FPS binge where I started playing a whole bunch of just older FPSs because they interest me a lot. And yeah, it's there's a reason why people still talk about it. Besides, the interesting character, the interesting and deep character that is Duke Nukem.
Dude, the Duke Nukem Forever was really, really sad though.
Even sadder is I also bought that as well. Oh, no. It was on sale though. I don't know which one was the worst one I bought, Postal 3 or Duke Nukem Forever. I think Postal 3 beats it out, but oh my god, both of them are terrible. Awful.
You talk about first-person shooters, and Duke Nukem seemed a little bit weird to me, but the only one I've ever played was Time to Kill on the PS2.
Oh,
that one's in third person.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, Duke Nukem is not a 3D game or a first-person game.
Originally, it was a third-person like platformer, like on the old shit.
Yeah, I've got.
Some people don't even know
like
that.
Contra.
Yeah, kind of like Contra, sort of. I've got a 56 megahertz computer. Awesome processing
old ass
power.
DOS game from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like MS DOS, and it's it's Duke Nukem, and then Duke Nukem 2, and then I forget what the other. If there's a few variants. It was around that time. Like, if you search that up, you'll find like 50 other games that look like it. Like there was one like a Jackrabbit game or something.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you kind of it was a little platformer thing. You would go up to the top or down to the bottom or left to right or whatever kind of thing, and shoot a bunch of stuff.
Similar names to Duke Nukem. You got Dick Kickem. You
got. But But yeah, the 2D stuff was pretty cool. I was a big fan of that when I was a kid.
I never even played those. Like I said, I only played Time to Kill. But it's a fun game. You start at like his apartment and you go to a strip club and there are a bunch of pigs. You get to time travel.
Oh yeah, they have that on PS1 too, actually. I remember I had that.
Oh, I think I played it on PS1. It's just been so long. I just assumed it was PS2. It was like PS2 is old enough, right?
But, in the ancient console.
Yeah.
At this point,
it was definitely PS1.
We had the PS2.
But yeah, as far as just a question for you, what is your favorite suit? Kind of what do you play? What would be your main like raid, support, general, that kind of thing?
Jeez. Okay. Well, I play a whole lot of suits in this game. Like, if I had narrowed it down, when I first started off the channel, I named myself Aqua Vengeance because I really like the amphibious suits in this game, so I kind of stuck around the amphibious suits. Although I did play the Gelgug Jaeger a whole bunch early on when I was playing, because I started around 2019, late 2019, and then I slowly got more suits. Nowadays I play like the Zusa for supports that I play like consistently, or next to the like Jamrufin, and well now the Super Gundam's on the ground now, so I've been using that a lot too. For generals, it depends on the map and like the people I'm playing with, because I like to play just more supports in general, so I can, yeah, it depends on the situation. I've been playing custom a little bit. Any notable ones I've been like, yeah, I played that a lot. I can't think of any off the top of my mind, but I know for raids, I don't play raids at all half the time. I freaking suck because every time I go to do my melee combo, either I hit them and then they do a dodge roll, or I hit them, then I get countered, or I hit them and then I get stunned by my own teammates. So it's like, okay, well, I guess I won't.
Sounds like
attack the
Raid Life in a
support then.
nutshell to me.
I was
You
gonna
sure you don't
say.
play it?
I was gonna say as our resident raid main, that's raid life.
So
Yeah.
what I've been playing heavy attack suits because it makes it so easy to play. So all I have to do is just hold the button down and I kill somebody. So, or if you're in the enhanced double Zeta, you can hit people halfway across the map.
Yeah.
So that's even better.
Give him that Excalibur.
I can't believe they came out with that thing. I mean, we'll
It's
be
so
talking about it here in a
good.
minute, but oh my goodness. But yeah, if you couldn't tell while we were talking, or right before we started, Emblem is a raid main, and I'm hard support, and we yeah, he hasn't, he doesn't dunk on supports at all. No way.
Yeah,
I
I'm
should
the
buy
dunker.
deals here.
I'm the donkey, not the dunker.
Gosh, the troll comments, dude, every time.
Nah, man. Generals supports have these
Magnum,
funnel
don't you
attacks
know?
called generals.
Don't you know that raids are the hardest class to play?
Oh no.
They deserve.
no.
They are.
They
That's
deserve
the-
to one-shot
Oh
generals.
my goodness. Okay, we're gonna get
Need to
into
do.
this already.
Hey, we need them to do 45k to generals, okay?
Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? Actually, seeing raids do that much damage, I kind of like it to generals. Let's go, because
Gives us
we
something
all
else to
have a
look at.
common we all have a common enemy between raids and supports. It's the general.
Yeah. All those supports, like pretty much just bunga generals. They're
This
all
is
they're all
rock, paper,
taking your
scissors.
gerbs all day.
It's rock, paper, half scissors. So
Mhm.
that way we can team up on the generals.
Right.
They're
Yep.
kicking the support's
They're
ass
true
too.
evil.
These are neutral
I have
either.
the
They're just
code.
following their laws, They have to go after supports. But if the general's there too, they're gonna kill them as well in 2 hits.
But
That's what it is to play support.
But yeah, also though, we are joined by the usual Gustav the 13th
Yep.
and Gaming Emblem.
Howdy, howdy.
So guys, how's your past couple of weeks been?
Been interesting. Just trying to keep up with stuff. Triangle Strategy just dropped recently, so I've still been getting on that. Trying to keep stuff going for the clan. May or may not have enough for matches tonight, but we'll see. Just because some of the guys that readied up haven't really heard too much from them over the week. But we might have some backup people, it depends. Outside of that, just keeping up with work. It's been kind of messing with my stream schedule a bit, but it's still been manageable. What about you guys?
I too have been playing Triangle Strategy. I was actually talking with Gustav a little bit about it in chat before we joined up for the call.
Yeah,
but
try not to spoil her too much because it's obvious now that we've done very different routes, even though we did the first route was the same.
yeah, because
So.
there are definitely parts that converge. Because have you looked at the travel
timeline?
record? Yeah, it's interesting that in the splits they'll have splits as well. So because I didn't realize that when I was doing one thing, I was like, oh, I guess I'm done. So I went on and like, you didn't do this, and I was like, what? And I looked back afterwards because the story has to go on. So even though you like fuck up or they'll Deus Ex Machina some bullshit and bail you out, I looked back later, I was like, oh, I guess I could have done that thing instead. I'll have to treat the exploration sections a little bit better.
For me, it's a pain in the ass because there's so many different splits that actually give you different characters and different things that are actually pretty considerable. That keeping up with the saves when they give you a slot limit is just fuck. I'm not gonna remember which ones are which. I can't fucking name this shit.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing too. Because honestly, I feel like I haven't gotten outside of the pickup characters from the cavern or the
tavern or the
encampment stories or whatever. I just recently got a certain princess on my team, and that's been the last character outside of them since I got the ice mage.
Oh,
from
I
Aizen.
see. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's not
so,
something that actually happens in the route I have so far. It may happen later.
Oh, okay, yeah. What, Magnum? We're about to say something.
Yeah, I do have a question though. So like, what's kind of other than splitting story and you guys kind of having a
Oh,
different
still Rishi.
like experience, which is kind of cool. But like as far as the gameplay goes, what's kind of like the big difference? Is there like any kind of cool little mechanic or anything that's you know with triangle strategy?
It does things pretty cut and dry as far as a SRPG, TRPG, whatever you want to call them, goes. Grid, percent chance to hit, move your characters up. Positioning matters. You take bonus damage if you get hit in the back. They have a system. They have a system from Octopals and what's Bravely Default that they like to use, the TP system where you use those
Technique
like to
points,
attack.
yeah.
That's not really like new since it's used from the other stuff, and it might as well be MP, just a different name.
Mhm.
They have Quietus points, but they're like these effects that have like a separate fixed meter that you can use during battle on anybody's turn. It'll do stuff
Mhm.
like move characters, heal, change turn order, give everybody like a movement buff, make your next hit of critical, swap out teammates, revive people, stuff like that. And like that's cool. It's kind of like global spirit commands almost, or if you
Yeah.
played Valkyrie Profile, or not Profile, but Valkyrie Chronicles. It's very similar to Welkin's orders that you can give in those matches. So honestly, everything seems pretty straightforward. There's like a bare bones little class system. Each character has a class that upgrades. They have weapons, and you could do level up and upgrades on the weapons themselves and stuff like that. But just off the top of my head, and Gustav, you can jump in. Like they have a branching story, but mechanics wise, it seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, so like this is my first kind of game like this, even though I've done other strategy games. I'd never played tactics growing up.
Oh sure.
So there's a couple differences in that. It's definitely a lot different from like say Disgaea, which is probably the closest thing in terms of format. A lot of people compare this to Fire Emblem, but I'd say it's also a little bit more both forgiving and more rigid than Fire Emblem by comparison, just because they do a lot of like pair up stuff and shipping shit and all that other kind of stuff going on.
There's no triangle either, which
Yeah.
is funny because it's triangle strategy. By that I mean the affinity triangle.
I kind of like that because Japan tends to have a pretty hard boner for the weapon triangle and rock paper scissors gameplay in the first place.
Need to be.
Yeah, and like pretty much everything, including the game that we probably should be talking about. But
tangent, let's go.
I've enjoyed it so far. It's definitely because it's a little bit more cut and dry. It's a bit more brutal than say SRW or Fire Emblem, just because there's a lot less factors. Even though you still have some extra things to do, like Quietuses and all that. But I've enjoyed it. I actually like a lot of that. I think some people kind of don't like the expositional barf between the actual scenarios. It's almost like the Metal Gear of those kind of games right now in that regard. But I've actually enjoyed the characters and stuff.
Oh yeah.
A funny naming characters in there too, like Psycho Mantis or
Thankfully, no. Although the interesting thing is that they have
that's what makes it good.
Yeah, they have like these I don't know what you would say the regional origin is, but like their J's they say like Y's. So there's a guy who should be like Julio or Julio, and he's Julio.
Julio.
Yeah.
Julio's fucking badass.
Then there's
shit,
Jens, but he's actually
nasty.
Jens, and in Japanese they don't say yet, so they say Jens.
Yeah,
I think it's more of like
so I keep
Swedish
reading them,
thing,
and I'm
though,
just
right?
like, oh, my brain.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's even kind of more like toward Latin and stuff like that too. You would just instead of yeah. So.
All right. Before we break off the tangent, Gustav, who's your favorite non like starter 7 characters?
Right now, Piccoletta has actually been coming in clutch for us a lot with the decoy.
Oh yeah, Piccola's decoy is pretty nice.
She doesn't have Bones House yet,
AF.
but Hasabato's been pretty cool. She's a little bit deceptive just because like she does have a little bit of versatility in her output, but like she really is just supposed to be a mounted healer. So she takes hits like a punk. It's kind of sad.
For sure. Just she's at a weird like angle where they want you to be up close, but not really. I hear you.
And there's been some really cool ones. A lot of those guys have been pretty useful so far. I think our biggest MVP right now is Huette though, because we've had to do several like
she's
key
a fucking
things.
monster. Her and Anna are crazy as hell.
Yep.
They break
Anna,
the game.
I'd say in general, Anna is Bae. Huette's definitely our clutch meister just because of like having to deal with Avlora and a couple other situations where it's like she's the only one that's alive because she's the only one that has a fucking bird that doesn't have to worry about jumping up onto places.
Yeah. I've had missions where I've literally kited the entire map with either Huguette or like I literally like killed 13 people with Anna by stabbing them once, disappearing, and doing rinse and repeat until everyone died. Like,
Nothing personnel.
Yeah, literally teleport behind them and fucking backstab murder them. But anyway, I digress. Avalor is probably one of my more favorite characters right now, and I'm still not convinced Maxwell is dead.
Yeah, he's pulled he's definitely
He's
our
he's
master.
making like Jiraiya. He's on vacation.
Oh no.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah.
He went to go to the store, you know. He'll be back.
Yep. So he'll actually come back.
But yeah, is that pretty much what you've been up to, Emblem?
Oh shit.
Just a lot of triangle strategy.
Yeah. I played Elden Ring too, but I put Elden Ring on the back burner for Triangle Strat.
I downloaded it yesterday, was gonna play it for like the birthday stream thing, and then I was like, you know what, I probably should get some actual sleep still and stay on a healthy schedule. Because I know if I started that at like 6 a.m. But yeah, and then as far as for me, literally at the end of last episode, pretty much right after I was playing a game, and then kind of felt a little sick. Well, yeah, turned out, I had a bladder infection, so oops.
Yep, hospitalized in the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, so literally 30 hours after the last episode, I was in the hospital, and then so yeah, that's where I was for that's what I've been doing for the most part, and then trying to get away from Lost Ark game wise, like really trying, like I'm like I could do something. Hey, I got another character I could play. Hey, you know, Tarkov sounds pretty good, but I got another dungeon to run.
Yep.
But you know,
Tarkov, every time he gets off the category, it's like, oh, he's still on. He's probably playing Lost Ark.
Yep.
And then I get on there, yup.
In their web.
Oh, it's so good. Like it's MMO. Like this is why I kind of was not wanting to get into things like WoW again or Final Fantasy, but like this is like the, you know, top down Path of Exile Diablo kind of experience a little bit, but it's more MMO with MMO mechanics and stuff, and like the raids. What's really cool though is after doing some of the raids and stuff now is the raids are 8-man, and they make mechanics where you're really punished. You know, everybody has to kind of play it perfect. Now, the hardest content that's in Korea right now that hasn't come out here yet, or even their previous hardest content that hasn't come out here yet, which we'll be getting at some point, literally is like 30 minutes of a fight where you have to play perfect, and if one person wipes in that, like, within 20 minutes, it's going to be a wipe, period. And then eventually I think there's a point to where you could technically finish it with 7 people, but a lot of it is if you die, you've messed up and you like screwed everybody over kind of thing. So like the hardest content is really hard, and I really like that. So I can't wait for that. But so far it's been kind of the same, you know, it's been a little easier mechanics wise, but if somebody messes up, then it can just straight up wipe the party, which is really cool. Everybody kind of has to pull their own weight. And where there is fewer people, they can make harder content that way, which I like. Though, literally the day I got out of the hospital, or like the day after, one of it, or the day before, something like that. Anyway, point being, they nerfed some of the like Monster Hunter bosses. That it's essentially the game mode is kind of like Monster Hunter, where you die 3 times, then that's it. You pretty much are gonna fail after that. So, but they actually made it easier because a lot of people were complaining, and I'm not. It's not even been a month Actually, at this point, the game would have been technically out a month today. But
Weird game.
yeah, it's kind of crazy how much they actually nerfed some of those fights to make them easier for people. So they didn't even give people a chance. Like, we're gonna nerf them next week. So if you want to do the hard version, do it now, kind of thing. I wish they would have at least done that, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, other than that, Elden Ring. Definitely can't wait to get on that. I'm probably going to start that Monday, I think, now at this point. I'm going to go hard. I say that, but I'm probably going to be playing more Lost Ark.
Yep, he's gonna do like
gonna be like-
he's
I'm
gonna do
gonna
the
be like,
intro and
we're
then
gonna
come
do-
right
we're gonna
back and
do
be like,
Elden
"Motherfuckers,
Ring,
I lost
Elden
Ark
Ring,
again."
yeah, Elden Ring, and then I'm gonna be like,
Well,
okay,
my
let's
dailies
start.
are up on the.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, let's start with Gundam dailies, and then I'll go into Elden Ring, and then I'll be like, but I could quickly do my Lost Ark dailies, and then I'm gonna end up in the PvP and whatever. And they're finally doing the ranked for PvP. Can't wait for that to happen. So.
Oh god.
Lost Ark ranked PvP. They're gonna have leaderboards and everything else. They finally started an esports thing in Korea, so I'm like, let's get it going over here. Let's go. But yeah. Okay, but anyway, Gundam Enhanced Double Zeta. I got the room up, by the way, guys. So 8523. Guys, I'm going to start hopping in.
If you could stall for a little bit, I've got a couple. I got
Cool,
6
we can go
minutes
ahead
on a
and
match
start.
that I'm in.
We can start talking about this thing's stats and whatnot. So yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll go first on what I think about it. It needs nerfed yesterday.
No,
it
it doesn't. It's
broken.
fine.
It is like the most
Fine.
overpowered suit we've had released, I think.
Dude, if they
Other
haven't touched the
than-
new Gundam, they're not
Oh
gonna
my-
change the enhanced double Zeta. Okay.
I was going to tell you this. The raid needs the one-shot generals, okay?
Oh no!
Absolutely.
They're the weakest of
does
the,
need
of
to
the
be powerful.
trifecta.
Dang it! I'm outnumbered here this time. Oh no!
Nah, he is memeing. Okay.
I know he's
No,
memeing, but
he's
still.
not me. What do you mean?
Look,
Me, every raid
that charge
needs
takes
heavy
a
attacks.
long time. Yes, exactly. I
Give
agree.
him
They
the
do need heavy attack.
Excalibur.
That takes a
Needs
long
to
time to
have-
charge. It's easy to counter. You
Yep.
have to set it up.
Well, like the
Like,
first
it's
night,
fine.
people were doing it in front of people, and it was just like, oh, okay, we just get to sit here
Well,
and
yeah,
punish them.
but if you just like come up behind
Yeah.
somebody and you're just like, I'm gonna delete you now, like, it's in ranked,
Get-
in like clan ranked, when you got teams, the suit's
How many
probably
different Gengars are-
really balanced, right? The suit's probably really balanced and it's fair and whatnot. But the thing is, in YOLO queue, especially as a support main, I'm like, oh, what am I supposed to do against this? What is this? Like, they could shoot me from a mile
Lay
away
down and die.
like 100 to almost 0 me with just their main cannon and their shoulder cannons and like what? I'm done from range. Like, you don't even have to
Gaine
get to me to
Doga
do
can
your
do something
job.
similar though.
Wait, what? What can do something similar?
Gaine Doga,
Oh yeah.
if you hit a full shield charge, I mean,
Yeah.
it's the same as getting hit by a heavy attack.
But the thing is,
The
you don't-
Doga can get stunned.
Yeah, the Doga can like I can actually knock the Doga.
It sounds like they're
over.
too close.
If the Doga's coming at me, I'm like, okay, I
Okay,
got a
we're good, we're
shotgun because
I'm
I'm
on a
big
wrong
brain.
account. Hold on, let me switch.
I'm like, I'm big braining up right now. Here we go. Like, okay, here's the difference. Here, I'll even do it on the camera. Like, I'm like, yes, I am trying to attempt to big brain versus
Shit,
the double
that's kinda
Zeta, and it's
manly.
just like smack. I'm dead. Okay, the Doga, I'm like,
There's the
I'm big brain.
part is
Get
when
knocked
like you jiggle your cord, you jiggle the cord a little bit to so when somebody's trying to move out of your double enhanced Zeta heavy attack, they move to the side. You jiggle your cord a little bit, that way the latency lets you hit it anyway. So you still do over
Oh,
10k
no.
damage.
Oh no.
Favorite
like-
part of fighting laggy enhanced double Zetas.
But we'll show it here. We'll show me just get completely brutally destroyed as the Dagdaw. I mean, yes, it is a raid. It should brutally destroy me anyway. But at least other raids, I can shotgun them with my gut shotgun.
Sure, why?
Free. But yeah,
Better
that's
hope
why.
the boys show up.
But do you have the stats pulled up, Emblem? And we can go through that.
I had to
real
switch
quick.
accounts so I could load it up. But I do have it pulled up on the wiki.
Cool.
Okay, so base 700, HP is 25,000. The ballistic defense is 24, beam defense is 31, melee resist is 31.
Oh,
The shooting damage modifier is 40, melee is 30. Movement speed is 125. When you're transformed, it's 190. When you're boosting, it's 235, 245 when you're the G Fortress. Thruster consumption. Oh no, okay, never mind. Sorry, they have the stats for when biosensor's up underneath. It has 80 thrust. Turn speed is 69. Let's see. They have the stuff for the transformation. Has priority 3.
oh, shit.
Let's see. Just to touch on those two. When your biosensor is active, all of your defenses go up by 15. Your
That is ridiculous.
shooting damage is boosted by 10. Your melee is increased by 35. Your speed goes up by 10. For both movement, like walking and boosted movement. Thruster consumption is reduced by 45%, and your turn speed increases by 15 when biosensor's on top of all the other nice little buffs.
Is that the most insane biosensor we have?
Yeah. Pretty much, if you get this guy
That's
low
really
on health,
awkward.
you either better run or you better kill him fast, or he's actually going to kill you first.
Okay, coming in the room now.
Tear
Magnum.
you a new one.
Okay.
That might be a good thing for people who don't have the new.
But yeah,
watching this thing clap people.
Aqua, I've got the room up too, so just search for the custom. 8523 is the password. But yeah, so as the two people that have the suit, though, Emblem and Aqua, what do you guys think of the suit as far as what you've played with it?
It's awesome.
Very powerful.
One might say OP.
Powerful. Yeah, one might say OP. But again, raids are the weakest of the trifecta according to the devs. So,
Oh my god. Oh,
Yep, raids have to deal with more threats than
such a
supports and
downtrodden
so,
class.
yeah,
What's
they
the
get
password
beaten
again?
down. 8523.
Oh,
I
shit.
put it in the Discord. But yeah. Oh,
Look,
my
if
goodness.
raids weren't in a bad spot, why would they keep buffing them? Yeah, numbers have got to come from somewhere.
Oh man, I will say though,
the devs really just like playing raids.
the more that raids get buffed though in YOLO queue, the worse it feels to play a support. I will say that much, just because it's like it's one of those things like one general versus me as a support. The general can maybe, either fully outplay me depending on what support I'm playing, or they can at least run away. But for the raid, like if it's a raid versus a support, the raid wins. There's no maybe outplay to run away. It's outplay to buy enough time to beg for help from your team, or you die horribly. And that's that's support life.
Enhance ZZ.
Yeah, plead before the court.
The Sazabi and the new Gundam were already, and the Moon Gundam too, like already pretty powerful generals, 700. And in a raid that can clap their cheeks along with the supports, and you have something like, I think my first ever match I did with it already did 140k damage on Arctic base. It's not even a raid player either. If I can do that much damage just right from the beginning, you know something's up with the suit. Like,
they did a good job. Good job, BB.
I wasn't even going.
There wasn't even a support that match.
Good job, BB.
It is kind of nice to see, though. I will admit it is nice to see a little bit. Maybe I'm a little salty that I didn't get it, but maybe that's.
I don't know, man. I'll say this: when you're playing the enhanced double Zeta and you have to face down 2 fucking new Gundams, you're gonna be happy it's good at its job. I don't know, man.
Like,
I mean, 700 right now is still pretty all or nothing. So, like, I think they just knew they had to go all in, especially if they were gonna make a hard distinction between that and like the Faz and all that shit anyway. So, I'm glad that they did it. if they gear it down, then whatever. But I'd rather them just go hard to start and then just adjust it later.
Yeah, I do like
Yeah.
that. I do like the going hard and then maybe nerfing it a little bit more than them doing the like, for instance, a suit we'll probably talk about a little bit, like the White Rider, coming out and being like it's garbage and needing like massive buffs to even make it viable, kind of thing.
But yeah, what were you gonna say,
Opinion.
Aqua?
I'm gonna say that the Dagdoll was actually, from what I've experienced playing 700, the Dagdoll was actually helping slow down 700, and because generals are just, hey, the support, yoink, come over there with the Zeba, the Sazabi coming in there, getting the stun, getting the melee combo, half healthing everybody in this way, or even more. The Dagdoll is helping out with that, and then they added the super gun and the GPO4 to the ground. Everyone's like, oh, finally! Now we can start destroying. And then they released this suit. It's like, oh thank
no.
you, devs. We had a week.
That's like a monkey's paw.
Monkey's paw. You get to play the Super Gundam GPO4, but a bigger shadow looms over the battlefield.
Like one of the fingers curled. Like, what was that for? And then the
And
easy
that
Z drops
shadow
the
is
next
a beam saber.
Yeah,
Literally
I was about to
colony
say,
drop
beam sabers
heavy
give
attack.
off light.
Give up that glow.
No, that's just
It's
how
so bright all
evil
of
it
a
is.
sudden.
right.
Colony
Yeah,
drop sized beam saber.
Hit him with that sun sword.
it's like the Super
Yeet.
Gundam. I will say though, I didn't. I was hyped about the Super Gundam and GPO4 being on the ground, but I didn't know how hyped I would be for it being on the ground after playing it more. Like, now on close range maps, the Super kind of gets destroyed a little bit. It still can work pretty well, but where it's a little bit slower and it's really big, it kind of gives bullied a bit. But like anything that has even a medium amount of range, you're just like missiles and vomit damage. It's gross,
Can't sleep on it
right?
Yeah, everything it
because it'll
does
make you go to sleep.
But yeah, the future was really bright. A bit too bright because then the double Zeta happened, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
that was a beam
You missed-
saber."
You mistook
Yes,
your
that was a
death for
beam
the
saber.
sun.
that's why it was
What's
bright.
happened?
Okay, here, let's go ahead and get into. Oh, did you go over the
Yeah.
skills too, by the way?
Not yet, no.
Two, we can already just kill people with 4 weapons already. Doesn't need the skills.
No, it's fine.
Need to know you'll already be dead.
I'll bring it up on screen too. But it has assault booster, high performance balancer, assault booster 3, high performance balancer, high spec and back level 2, maneuver armor level 3, force injector level 2, melee combo controller level 2, heavy attack level 1, anti-blast stabilizer, it's not a myth, flight control program level 3, damage control level 3, very good. I can see them reducing its level of damage control, possibly. Special back add-on buffer, special arms equipment buffer, level 3, biosensor ability boost, level 2, high performance counter program, your 4-star skill, beam people with your high mega, and turns to a plane. And actually has dodge roll.
I just forget. I forget that it can transform because of just how good it is on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the big thing about it being in plane mode is it gets shock dampeners and it gets a dodge roll and ram attack where you're playing, but everything else is the same.
Redo.
People just genuinely don't know that actually has a dodge roll in plane mode because again, it's just so good by itself on the ground.
Yep, you'll be able to double dodge.
Wait,
when
I
you're
can
healthy
dodge roll,
right?
Yeah, I think you get a double dodge roll, right? When you're in biosensor.
Right.
Yeah, I will say that's when it gets really ridiculous. It's like the HML, only like it's the raid version and it's insane.
It also gets some form of offense system with biosensor as well.
Yeah, it's kind of like it, but it doesn't quite say it is.
It's just implied.
Yeah,
I heard someone
You're a
say,
god.
I heard someone say that it had like 500% stagger value. Is what it would take to actually stun it at that point.
Believe it. You pretty much have to hope that they stop boosting so you can actually stun them. Seen the Sazabi? You know, people like to run up with the chest beam, the Sazabi
for both jars.
or belly. Yeah, not even that full dose that will stun somebody. I've seen the enhanced double Zeta run through the Unit 4's full charge and the Dovin's full charge beam at the same time. Nothing's gonna stun it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to select a small map. So here we go. This will be.
Oh boy! And you made a
would make-
Wawa map,
Yeah.
sir.
That would make sense, Magnum, because when biosensor's on, your stagger buildup is reduced by 70%. And if you're, and I'm assuming it stacks if you're maneuver armor 3, so that's another 70% reduction as well.
Yeah. So it's insane how much you have to actually stagger this thing to actually stagger it. But
Here I come with my
Hey,
dumbass Sazavo
when it,
because I don't fucking have the stupid rifle or this thing from the moon god.
Matter if it's a long range map and that beam saber can hit that same length.
There we go.
no.
Wait for Magnum to move before I just fucking blast them.
Oh jeez.
Is this an actual match or okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just dicking around.
We're going ham, showing off the suit. Save me, Gustav.
Just know that combo with
about
the double beam rifle and the Vulcan's pretty much an instant stun.
Wait, Gustav, why?
They didn't say that, so people get fucked over in the match.
Damn it.
Yes, I'm in
Gustav steals
last
my
place
kill.
now, so I have super damage.
I should have just did the fucking gut beam or the follows. Ugh.
I'm
Fucking
still
up.
trying to find
Get away from me
people.
now! Oh god!
We're over at C right now.
I shouldn't have tackled.
By
my buddy.
That's why I have 2 swords.
Thankfully, it doesn't do super much with the combos. That heavy, on the other hand, is a different matter. Well.
Laugh if that would have hit. I've seen that hit.
It makes me wish that the HLVs are destructible before they launch.
Oh gosh, Gustav, I'm sorry, I have to shoot you once.
Oh, come on, no, you don't.
Oh,
you
dude,
wanna
I
use
only hit
this
you
little
with
cliff
one
here?
beam. Oh, dude, 4,000
cliff?
damage because
Oh
I'm
my
in last
buddy.
place. Let's go, dude.
No.
Oh yeah, do we want to talk about the adjustments a little bit? Since we're doing brawl?
Since we're in the brawl match, and we'll be talking about the ranked anyway. I can actually deal damage to raids right now. Boom, get wrecked. Ow, no. But I have
No,
50%.
my kill on Gustav. No.
I have 50%.
Oh, the shield. Oh,
No.
What? Oh,
I have like 50% reduced damage right now and 50% increased damage. Like he's only hitting me for like 1,000 per swing, which is kind of awesome.
500 to be sure.
Let me in.
Put respect on this name.
Oh! Oh wait, this thing doesn't ready up.
He's back
like,
in the
for
Wawa.
anything. No. But yeah, so
Tackle?
the support changes has been actually
gosh.
insane, and I just noticed where I've got the thing up right now. That's kind of funny. Oh well.
the fuck did you build? Okay, well,
No.
there goes that output.
My kill.
Oh shit. Well,
But
Saying,
yeah. So the main changes
let's
that
go
they
for a
did is they
second.
doubled the bonus that supports get from everybody else. So you have 50%
oh
if you're
boy,
in last
I'm
place.
fucking up. Oh good.
You have 50% increased
The
attack
priority.
and
Why did I do that?
defense.
you can feel it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
doing limb
actually
damage, but
insane.
how am I not more dead?
Like if
More
I
dead,
hit
let me
if
help
I hit
that.
Gustav
What the hell's gonna
with
take
my
this down
funnels
here?
Gustav is dead.
No,
with
no,
my
no, no, no,
funnels
no,
here.
no, no. Oh god.
Oh, I got that. Yay.
No.
1,000 damage. Wow, that was actually. You would have been like near dead with that. Forget.
I mean, if you were hard scoping, it would just be for the damage because you got like the shot lined up. But
Oh, see, like I'm not really that scared to get welled on by a bunch of raids right now, because I, plus my normal melee defense of like 40, I've got like
You up on the support.
effectively 80% damage resist against you guys, which is actually kind of cool. But I still don't have any
no
stun
problem.
resistance, so
No.
no, the
no.
train.
train.
Emblem's mowing
Back
through
in trains.
people like a train right now. Look,
Choo-choo.
it's sound effects for the.
It even
For the
sounds
game.
like it.
This is
Very
a
ticket to
problem.
death. Forward to the underworld.
Oh god.
Okay, where's people?
Yay!
I'm
Didn't get
always,
countered
I'm
some
always
reason.
too off. What? Because I was way off. I was in like close enough for that. I fucked up.
No,
Oh,
the fart cloud. Damn you, Magnum.
Aha! I have you now. Damn it.
When you get biosense, you can almost do like a full three. You can almost turn all the way around when you do your heavy attack. It's pretty hilarious to have that happen.
No, I thought I moved out of the way enough.
No, I
Oh,
died.
my legs. I'm dumb. Oh, I lost my legs.
Okay, I just need to get
Alive.
1 kill here. But yeah, it's actually kind of
Go
insane
on
though
the guard
too,
custom.
because depending on how many raids are in a game, for as far as when we talk about the ranked mode, you actually also get against raids specifically. If there's, say for instance, it would be crazy, but if it was where there would be 11 raids in a game and you're the only support, you would also have another 50% defense and attack bonus just because you're outnumbered. So I don't. What's weird though is it seems those stack. So there's a good chance that
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, I was side boosting.
Time to hit game, baby.
I wasn't even meleeing anymore.
no, dang it!
Ah, damn it. The fucking Zeta swings. Nah,
Eh.
that do it to me.
Oh, I only hit you with 2 beams.
Not my beats.
My anus.
Oh, Ekuska Riva.
Ah,
How much does that dag leader do when you do the enhanced part of it on a general?
A lot.
When you're doing
ridiculous
brawl match.
Oh, that's
amount.
don't hit me. That's dumb as hell.
like I did the.
It already does
like
like
be in
good
bigger
damage.
trouble for that.
I amped the beam and it was just like ridiculous against Gustav. Like I pretty much one shot him, but you ended up getting the kill there. And Emblem's gotta take it. No,
get the
that's how I
fucking
got
roll. Damn it. Damn
Let's
it.
go, Emblem. Wait,
I
how did I not
fucked
hit
up.
you? Did I really hit the fucking pillar? No!
You sure did. Oh, no.
Shit!
Oh, easy Z battle.
Oh!
Okay, there's a parallel. There's a pillar over here. This pillar better get like a assist score for this.
Pillar
Pillar
MVP.
at number 1 spot.
Dude, the pillar has been like blocking every one of my shots. I'm so bad. Rip, dude.
Gustav.
But yeah, Brawl, I love playing
do
support in
that.
Brawl now just because, okay, I will say this. I countered somebody with the Gigan. 7,000 damage.
I should have did the
7,700 damage on a counter with the Gigan because I was in like last place.
Damn it. We need to get Gustav. Let me in.
No, Gustav. What are you doing? You were flying ass
That's what I
first
want.
at me. It was super effective. I was like, what's going on? I'm confused. No, okay, yes.
Get third.
No,
Yes.
damn it. Oh, that game ended.
Heckin'
Okay.
bully Stav. I'm like Gustav. I'm like Gustadolf.
Oh my god, I've been drawing so many
Oh,
like parallels between Gustav and like Gustav from Saga Frontier 2 while I've been doing it. It's like, man, if he was less chill, that would have just been him.
Okay,
Spammed heavy attack more. That would have won the match.
This Babs.
Heavy attack's OP. But yeah, as far as weapons, what do we got for total weapons on this thing? And anything different with its beam rifle? The beam rifle is the same as the double Zeta, right? Or is it actually different?
Pretty sure it's the same because you get a level 2 of it.
Oh yeah.
It can't be the same. It's the
same double beam.
It's got a
level 1. Level
No, it's
2.
got a different name though.
Oh,
a different
okay.
name.
Yeah, it's got a different name. Yeah, it's not the same thing.
So it
Then
does
what's
it
the
actually have
level
more
2
damage?
from then?
I'm not sure.
But
I don't see a level
the
2.
the beam
when I
rifle,
look at
not
it.
the beam saber.
Oh, gotcha.
Beam
I thought you were
rifle,
talking about the
same.
beam saber. Yeah, it's the same one.
Okay, so it is. Okay.
I think the Vulcans are different because you can definitely stun a lot faster using the double beam rifle into the
Yeah,
Vulcans.
the Vulcans seem like they're closer to GBO2 Vulcans or something.
Yeah, because
like,
on the double Zeta, they're the late model, which is on like a bunch of other shit.
yeah. So what's the actual stun value for the Vulcans, Emblem? Get that pulled up.
Yeah, one second, let me switch tabs.
You can handedly fight. You can just use 3 weapons using the enhanced. You can just use your double beam rifle, your Vulcans.
There it is.
Actually, melees, and you
6%.
should be golden for a match.
6%. Also, the other thing I heard that was different was the charge on the high mega cannon. Like, is that actually?
It
usable
seems
now?
like
It
it's
seems
faster.
faster.
What's the
Wouldn't
actual
say
time on it?
exactly 6.5.
Oh, and then on the Zeta, it's or the regular double Zeta is 8.
Okay.
So I
Technically,
feel like it
yeah,
used to be
just a little
longer
bit.
too, huh?
Definitely noticeable when you're charging it.
The damage about the same?
Yeah, they're both 1800.
Okay, yeah. That's the other thing I was wondering.
Now if they tick more or not, I had to look.
Yeah, I was gonna say because the power on the high mega cannon for the regular double Zeta is 1575 on the level 2.
The wiki doesn't say how many times it hits at the moment.
Mm.
At least on the raid version. We could always just find out
It
a
feels
game real
like you're
quick,
playing the
but-
double Zeta when you nearly wipe a support from full
Right,
health
though?
with it.
That's the cool
Like-
thing about that suit, though. Like, it has, like, on maps that are really hardcore NASCAR, like, it has 2 approaches that it can do. It can either swoosh people coming around the corner, or you can just get up to mid first, like, if you're on Arctic base, and just wait with Excalibur and bring it down, like, on the second loop, and just fuck people.
Like, I will say, this suit
Kind of
is
close.
definitely one of those that is actually... This is what the double Zeta should have felt like when it came out. Just saying.
And I think,
Well, that means this would have been way worse when it came out. If that would have
well,
happened.
that's the thing, right? Like, because they made a distinction, I think they knew they had to double down.
Right.
Do you think maybe they made it this hardcore to overcompensate for that?
A little bit, because
Probably.
Double Zeta's debut was pretty underwhelming. And people were
felt
debating
like,
back and forth as to whether or not the enhanced would be considered like a full armor, or if it was just going to be the Phas and they were going to leave it at that. But like, yeah, we never got a raid, and having those super powered version of the Double Zeta from the end would just make the most sense for that. So
It feels super powered, all right. It's godlike. Man, those poor supports.
Yeah, I definitely want this one. It's really good. So I guess
A bit.
final thoughts for the double Zeta.
Really
if we
good.
wanna go
Really,
around.
really good.
Yeah, I think the double enhanced the easy Zeta Gundam is very, very good, very scary. It should be your highest priority suit when you see it, because it will neither not get stunned or it's going to completely clap you. If you see this around the corner, you better make sure as soon as it stops boosting, you go after it. Because if you let it hang around for just even a second longer, yeah, your team's probably going to suffer a lot for it. Probably a reason you don't see too many supports right now at 700. And you still get one shot by it if you're a general, depending on. So yeah, I think it's a very devastating suit at the moment.
I will say too, another kind of also final thoughts. Yeah, I think it's a little OP. Maybe a small nerf, but you know, let it shine for a little bit, I guess.
yeah, no problem.
But at the same point, though, I feel like this has like all the benefits of like what the GOG has at its like base cost, because this thing is pretty tanky. So you can.
That's an interesting comparison.
Yes. Well, I mean, the thing is, it's big. It can take a lot of hits, but it like can soak up a lot of attention. And when I see 2 in 700 right now, the team that has 2 and the team that only has 1, it seems like the team that has 2 wins, because while sometimes my team is doing their job, that sometimes happens, and I see my 3 generals on the raid doing their job. And then the enemy team doesn't have a support, so our raid is also on that raid doing their job. But also, there's the second enhanced double Zeta that's running right at me, and I'm like, oh, help!
The funniest
then-
thing was that during its debut week, when we were doing clan matches at that cost, every time there would be more than one, we'd be like, oh yeah, there's an easy Z, try to focus them down, and then someone else would be like, there's another one. And everyone would freak out, like, it's 2? It's like, yeah, of course there's 2. First of all, you don't think that people didn't wail hard for this once they found out the shit that it had? And second of all, you didn't think that they weren't going to have that in there, like, on a 6-man? Like, of course they are.
Oh yeah, especially on a 6-man too. Like, I think this is the first time that you can actually take in multiple raids, and it's pretty viable. Like you see it all the time. If you see a 350 game with the on the new map, you know, you're in that nice close quarters city area. There's like 3 GOGs on a team at 350. Like there's always 1 to 2 GOGs in every match. Like in rated, especially.
I've not seen this, but I also
What?
don't.
Okay, well,
not in the
don't,
matches I was playing.
but you don't play like anything below like 550 or something, right?
I don't know. I was doing some low cost games in that
Okay,
that
okay.
map like a little while ago. You maybe
Yeah,
just have a
like-
bigger sample size than me.
I guess. Oh, well, I love the map. I absolutely love it. But the thing is, every game I'm like, there's always 1 to 2 of like, because I'm always in the GOG at that point, right? So there'll be like another GOG on my team, or there's at least 1 to 2 on the enemy team, and like we're just all like walking around the corner, scooped whooping around the corner, just getting that big damage out for easy, you know.
Body a bean dip.
Yeah, and so the thing is with the
Double dip,
enhanced
chip.
double Zeta though, I feel like it's the same thing in that regard, right? Because the GOG is a big target that a general can't, 1 or 2 generals can't just normally focus it down
Unless
and
they
kill it
have
in
the
one
no
go.
fun gun. I'd say that's the bigger difference. Like, I don't know if we necessarily have like a no fun gun equivalent at this cost. I don't know if I'm wrong about that. But like
This is
typically
Obby
you
has
have
a
to.
fun gun.
I mean, I gotta hit people multiple times unless I'm fully trained. Actually, can we do another round? I want to just like try to wail on you guys and see how much that takes when I'm like not having to worry about you guys wiggling around and shit.
Yeah, we could do another quick one, and I'll swap to an actual general so I can bully this thing at least. Instead of getting bullied.
Attempt to
horrible.
fight. When you're speaking of the underground base, I actually did a match. It was me and one of my friends, Taru, and I think there's a random with us. We did a 3-man enhanced ZZ for an underground base,
Oh god.
and the entire enemy team also picked 4. So more than half the team, or more than half the people in the entire match was enhanced ZZs. I've never been more terrified to turn around a corner in my goddamn life, because it's either you're gonna die from a heavy attack, or you're gonna die because 2 see you, and then you get heavy attacked because 1's comboing you. It's yeah, base Raid City, especially for the ZZ enhanced. Oh my lord.
Yeah, I'll be slide AFK for the beginning of this one. I'll be right back though.
Okay. But yeah,
Free target.
anyone in the EZZ, just like come near me so I can like try to see what it's gonna take here.
Is this you, Gustav? No.
No, I'm over here. Hey guys.
Oh.
There. So
Duke it out.
instant
Wait, a boost?
stuns makes sense. Okay, so both of those, and then the gut beam doesn't do it. Funnels and that actually doesn't do it either. Damn.
Gonna have to like raw melee people,
3,
it seems like, to
4.
get them to stop.
Well, like you can still do landing punishes with instant stuns, so I have to charge my shit to do that. But otherwise, no.
You don't got the long beam rifle.
All right,
on.
so just whip the shit out of me. Here we go. Wee. That's kind of the one thing that I think people were just like clenching their butts over, because it's like, man, that's a lot just to stop this thing. Missiles into that was kind of all right. So you definitely got, like, if you weren't using some of your other sub weapons before, you definitely got to start thinking about using them now. Oh, you hit him in the back.
Yeah, he
with
hit
that
me.
side slide.
I'm trying to actually stun him while just like that was my entire set of Vulcans. I couldn't stop him.
Oh, hey, Magnum, let me hit you with this fully
Hang on.
biosensor
Well,
cannon.
here, real quick. I want to see if I can stun you with my Vulcans, even at all. I'll try not to kill you here. And here, just stand still.
What are you doing?
Oh, you were that low. Shit, my bad. Well, I'll get you low again. You can go ham on me. Here, Emblem. Let me see if I can
It's like if you're at
actually
full health.
stun you with stuff. Okay, that was what? That's ridiculous.
Is that the entire
when you
heat
have-
bar?
Yeah, that was my entire beam, and then like some of my Vulcans, and then the rest of them. So like that was like 45 Vulcan shots, and he just like barely shoots me with any, and that's it. Like that.
So my thing is if it wasn't the case, if that wasn't the case, this thing would be in trouble a lot more often. And I know that sounds obvious, but like it's a raid and everything's still really high output. Like the fact that we're trying not to kill people while testing that proves that they're still having to defend through a lot of that shit. So like it's in a precarious spot where people are definitely gonna bitch about it a little bit, but like if they tweak it too much when it comes to that stuff specifically, man, it's gonna be dog shit very fast. Like it's really gonna have to like midline a lot harder with its other kit and just
Okay,
not
now I was
bug
gonna
as
wait
hard.
for,
Otherwise, it's just gonna pay
Yeah,
for
here
it.
I'll be at F. I'll meet you at F.
Because right now it kind of has that that authority to do like both whenever it wants, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, and as long as it's boosting around, you pretty much have boom.
12K.
But also because it
Oh,
has two different melee
there.
weapons, it's kind of hard to stop it with melee between those. So I really got to just do like instant stun or raw output.
Yeah,
Oof.
that's the other thing too. We don't have too many suits at this cost that just straight up wants to do instant stun a lot.
Darn damage.
So like, right now I've got this full charge kind of ready to go.
My
And
bun.
that works when you have it full charge. But
Yeah,
if you don't
heavy
have it
duty.
full charge or
Okay.
you don't use the shield, whereas like the Suzabi, what's your like, you don't have like the shield like the new has that you just instant fire, right? So while the Suzabi has a ton of damage, it doesn't have the highest stagger buildup to just one-shot stagger with the.
The other thing I'm fucking up is that I really just need to go for legs more.
Now, force injector.
Or
Why?
just, miss. Or I could just miss. Goodbye. Oh no, the whoosh.
Oh. If you do like the double beam rifle and the 3 missiles, it stuns as well. So like if you don't have the Vulcans, you can just like boost towards somebody with the missiles.
Yeah, the missiles are
3 off.
like. Did they change the
Yeah, and
missile
wait for me,
stun
please.
value at all? Emblem? Do you know if they changed the missile stun value?
I'd have to look. I'm not 100%.
Or you damage me, the more powerful I become.
It's all but inevitable.
And that's kind of the other thing with That's kind of the other thing with that suit too. That's kind of why I compare it to the GOG, right? Because you kind of you don't care about taking damage too much, and then it also has
Oh,
giant.
Well, people in the chat were talking about, well, like at least no fun guns stop things, and also like certain supports that have heavy staggers have a chance to stop it, so that other people can do like follow ups and whatnot. And that's kind of why I wanted to do another quick one just to like see directly.
Shit.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Oh,
Like
and I'm
I
dead.
don't think it has enough. Like I mean, I put a lot of Vulcans. Like this normally stuns very well, but like that's my problem with the playing like.
I fucked up. Oh god, the
1,000 damage.
my body.
Yucky, get away from me. Don't
Damn.
give me your cooties.
But that's why I kind of complain so much, because the Dagdoll actually has a pretty good set of weapons for dealing with raids most of the time, right? So now you just don't. Like there's nothing you can do. All your raid defenses that you have with the Dagdoll, it's just like, yeah, I guess I'll die now.
They just walk through
Ranger.
your They just wade through your cloud. Like, the hell was that? Okay.
Yeah, right. Like that's the other thing. Yeah, like the cloud's there doing damage, but it,
Damn.
raids are just like the enhanced double Zeta is like cool. I'm just gonna walk through it. It smells a little bad, but I'll get over it.
My buddy.
That was nice.
Mamma
That tickled.
mia.
Oh no, I missed my dodge
Yeah.
roll, or not dodge roll, my tackle.
Oh, my neutral. My priority 3.
I need to do the gut beam more. I
Yeet.
keep fucking forgetting.
Yeet. Why? What is this? Come on, mine. Oh yeah, I'm first.
Place,
Okay.
baby. I gotta get
was
that
like-
first place point.
I was like, why are they so? What's with this? Why are they chasing me
No.
down?
Come to brawl match.
For real.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
behind the building.
man.
I hate having my delayed controller. I want my real controller back.
Oof.
But yeah, that's what kind of makes this thing insane. Like it can take so many hits, and it has that ability to just like take away and actually, it's one of those times when top diversion actually means something in a match, right? Like,
Mm.
like when I have top diversion as the GOG, I'm like, I feel like I've done my job, especially if I kill the support in the process, and then I have
It's so
top
big and
diversion.
slow that you can't help but be like overt in it, right?
Yeah, so like with the enhanced double Zeta though, it doesn't have the problems that the GOG has, and that's why I'm saying that's why it's ridiculous, because where it doesn't have those problems, it can just kind of do what it wants to do and not care and just be like, yeah, I'll take the heat off of everybody and also at the same time do my job. Like that's what's crazy. So
Mobility
when you
GOG.
see two of them in a game, like it was definitely one of those situations. Seeing two of them in a game was absolutely obscene. But yeah, that's kind of my final thoughts. They were having an extra game too. But yeah, that I think it's disgusting. But it's kind of cool that it's like I'm a fan of the GOG. I play it.
It's really fun. I still
So,
want it.
yeah.
I want to mess with it so bad. God damn.
So please don't nerf it till after I get it.
Yeah, just wait. Just hold on. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's
But
fine.
yeah.
I hope
We
you never
didn't talk
get it
about it
nerfed.
at all.
any other thoughts from about that, Gustav, or is that kind of your final thoughts too?
That's I'm good.
Okay, so next we have the if I can move this arrow here, the
I need to
Pell
search
Rider D2.
I gotta search my other account real quick because that's
Okay.
where I got my D2.
Gotcha.
So this is the final Pale Rider, right?
That I have no clue. When it comes to lore stuff, yeah.
More Pale Riders. They have a Pale Rider army. Well, there's no longer the 4 horsemen, it's the 100 horsemen.
They
Right.
could give us the
Yeah.
Pale Rider from Evolution, right? Just the machine gun and nothing else.
Just the machine
Yeah.
guns.
Yeah, like
Well, my
oh,
Gundam
Give me some healing
novelization that's
grenades.
about the 1 year war. I'm actually gonna add 50 more Pale
Excuse
Riders.
me.
They had
Just
extra
be like
parts
a-
locked away.
Some
Are
kind
they
of
there's
all
actually
rated?
there's actually another one called the B/D Rider, and that's from
Please.
Breaker. Oh no, that's Breaker Mobile. God damn it! Ah, fuck.
For the Rainbow Rider, the
I hate how
Brown
many
Rider,
times they
the
do that.
Orange Rider.
I mean, they literally
Give them
made
full
2
armor.
up, didn't they, with the White Rider and the Black Rider? So
They listed as something they had a form.
Isn't
Because
that
when
from
we got the Red
from where
Rider
the
and
Red
stuff,
Rider
like,
was from? They mentioned them.
yeah, people were talking about them.
oh really? Okay.
Know
Maybe
what they
not.
look
Okay, that would
like.
make more
Maybe
sense
I'm
because of the
crazy.
color
Maybe I'm
coding.
crazy.
I will say I don't think they had maybe just because there wasn't enough data on them, but I don't know if they're actually on the wiki itself. Hold on.
They are now that Code Fairy's been out for a
Right.
little bit.
Right? Yeah.
Those are literally just the descriptions in the game.
I guess we could while Gustav's switching and stuff, we could do a little tangent here too. I know Aqua, you were talking about as far as where you got started in Gundam. Where was that again? Because honestly, I forgot since me and you were talking.
Like super, the way I've gotten into Gundam was like very recent. Like I haven't been a fan for a decade or even longer. However, Gundam is like from the 70s, but back then I was aware of like the designs and stuff. Like I had some toys, like these little SD Gundam toys, like G Gundam figures. And I think I was at Chuck E. Cheese's, and they had these little poor ass 5 ticket little cheap little toy plastic garbage. Like it's all I can explain them as. They're not detailed at all, but you can see the shape of it. One was a Gundam, one was a Zaku too. Oh, this looks cool. I have no idea. The giant robots. And then years later, that's when I started getting a little bit more conscious of it. Like one of my friends is really big into Gundam. I was like, oh, I had Gundam toys. Whoa, okay, I might get in this a little bit. And then I was a huge Star Wars fan. I'm even bigger kaiju fan, like Godzilla and all that. So and then ever since recent Star Wars movies that will not be named, I kind of went from Star Wars. I moved from Star Wars to I started getting more into Gundam. Right, that started around 2019, which is when I looked into Gundam Battle Operation, which for a little bit I was watching some flail-throughs videos. Like, oh, this game looks so fun! I can't wait to get it when it releases on North America. I missed the North American release, which happened to be, I think the Zoc came out at one point, and I just
Yeah.
missed the Zoc, which is like one of my favorite looking suits. I was like, oh god damn it!
Zach was the week of. That was insane.
Oh yeah.
Zoc
Yeah, I was so sad about that. But I think the suit that came out the week I was joining was the heavy cannon Type D. But yeah, I started playing more Gundam Battle Operation 2, and then I started getting a little bit more into Gundam. Igloo, and I got the original series, all the Blu-rays for that, and I started watching. I watched the first part of Igloo, the Xeon evaluation team, and Oliver May and that one girl named Cadillac for some reason. All the weird names in Gundam, I dig it. And then I started watching a little bit into Gundam, which, funnily enough, I haven't finished it yet because it opened a whole new book. I dug deeper in the rabbit hole of mecha shows. Like I got Super Robot Wars T, and that introduced me into Votoms and Ore Battler Dunbine and Gunbuster. So I got Blu-rays. Yeah, I got the whole thing for Votoms. The whole thing for actually, I had to go find this little translated DVD of the full Gunbuster series because they only had the movie. That I didn't want to watch the movie. I wanted to watch the whole series. And then I got the whole series for Ore Battler Dunbine, and I blitzed through Votoms and Gunbuster, and right now I'm in the middle of Ore Battler Dunbine. I completely I'm gonna have to rewatch the Gundam again because like I am just in all these other and I finished Super Robot Wars T too. Like I dug myself in a rabbit hole. Sometime in the middle of that as well, I got into the Ultraman series. So I watched Ultraman, Return of Ultraman, Ultra 7, most of the Showa era Ultraman. But yeah, I just found a place for Gundam. Like I'm gonna start getting. I believe once I get back into Gundam, I'll get Zeta Gundam, and I'm thinking about Double Zeta. But I'm definitely gonna get G Gundam because G Gundam seems like it's right up my alley with how interesting to say the least.
I love it.
Yeah, the designs are.
It's not Gundam info right now.
But yeah, so you essentially started though with Battle Operation, kind of, right? That
Operation, and I did play Maxi Boo, or it might not even been Maxi Boost. Might have been called something else. They have like with a friend like a long time ago on the PS3, and I was like, this place is kind of cool. Yeah, he had the Japanese version. I think that was the only version they had before they, released
maybe
Maxi Boost in North America.
Yeah.
No, if it was on PS3, then it was probably one of the older extremes.
Yeah.
And then I found like my old PS2, and I got Gundam. What was it called? Gundam versus Federation versus Xeon. And I also bought a review copy of Gundam versus Zeta Gundam, and I'm planning on playing those as well. Because I just dipped right into Gundam. I'm loving it, so I can't wait to watch more of it. But I have to finish Ore Battler Dunbine, and I'm hoping I don't dig myself deeper in this hole and watch anything else. I want to get back into Gundam, please. Please, God, have mercy on my soul with all the mecha shows. Until Vision of Escaflowne too. I'm probably gonna get that too. Oh my God, I'm already starting. Okay, hold on. Yeah, just go back to Gundam. There we go. Yeah, okay. I'll finish Gundam after War Battle Dunbine. Yeah, there we go.
But yeah, I know you kind of asked me too when we were talking about like just as far as where people got into it. I don't know if you wanted to ask as far as like where Gustav or Emblem started as well, but I mean like most of us started pretty old in the when it was on like Toonami is where I started. And and it's crazy though, like how much there is and how much we were joking about when you said the last, I forget who said the last Pale Rider, but like yeah, like I'm like I had no clue this thing even existed. There's a lot of suits in GBO2 that I'm like, cool, that's a thing, sure, yeah. And I would if you had to say like, what's your Gundam fan level, I'd be like, yeah, pretty high. I'm a pretty big Gundam fan. It's like, well, tell me what the suit part was that was used in this random thing in the whatever, and I'm like, what are you even talking about? What?
If you're the biggest Gundam fan, tell me all the Pale Riders. The Pale what?
Yeah, right. It's like what's yeah, no, honestly, I didn't even know a Pale Rider was even a thing. you know, when I was getting into this. And the thing is, I've watched pretty much so much Gundam material, but the thing is, this is like, well, is the Pell Riders? They were originally from a game, right? Or were
Yeah,
they?
side stories.
Yeah, the side
Yeah,
stories. Yeah, Gundam
my
side
understanding
stories.
anyway.
And then like, you know, then you have like the Blue Destiny, and then the exam system and stuff, and like,
Yeah, and that's actually older. That was
yeah,
from like I want to say Dreamcast era, along with Rise from the Ashes. That was like one of the first Gundam games that I played because they had the White Dingo team and all that. That actually got ported over to the States, and that was pretty fun to mess with back then.
and then that was the thing is, I didn't really have a PlayStation growing up too much. I had to, you know, when we were talking about the Duke Nukem thing and what Emblem was talking about, I played that game, but I had to go to my friend's house to play the time traveling Duke Nukem one. And it's just like the same thing with the Gundam stuff. I had to rely on friends to, because you know I'd have like, you know, all Nintendo, and then Xbox when Xbox was a thing. I would do that, but I pretty much never hardly had a PlayStation. I would, you know, rent a PlayStation from Blockbuster, and that would be about it. If I ever had a PlayStation. So
That place, Blockbuster, man.
yeah, there we go. At this point, that's ancient. Yeah, I'm a boomer at this point. Mentioning Blockbuster, yeah.
I only have one memory of Blockbuster, and that was very little. I played like The Legend of Zelda. I don't remember which one. And I was a dumb little kid, and I couldn't get past a rock in the wall. I was like, okay, I don't want to play this anymore. And then I got Spider-Man 2 for the PS2. That's the point, but that's the only thing I remember about Blockbuster besides it being dead.
But anyway, okay, we can go ahead and get back into this. Hell Rider, yes, that's where we were. D2. So, Aqua, you said you had this as well, right? Sorry, you cut out there if you said anything.
Yes, I do have it.
Cool,
Mm.
cool. And then Gustav has it. I've got his side of stuff up, so I can bring
I
that up.
do.
And yeah, let's go ahead and do we want to go over stats and stuff real quick though, and percentages? We can. I guess Gustav can bring up the stats, and then we'll do.
That's Magnum. That match we were doing where I got like third and stuff. I didn't realize I was using my regular. I didn't put any enhancements on that enhanced double Zeta. That was just it. That was just me using it normally, and I still got good placement with that. Yeah, I still got 80k damage and like over almost 100k.
It's
So
ridiculous.
anyway, yeah, back to that. Sorry. Yeah,
that
it's
was only
ridiculous.
my base form.
This isn't even my final form.
Oh god.
Didn't mean to interrupt. Continue.
No. Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy. That's more of a testament to just how much it can do as a suit. That is ridiculous. Okay, there we go. I've got your screen up, Gustav. If you want to go ahead and.
Oh, I thought you were gonna have Emblem do it
Well,
since he has the percentages.
okay, I guess he has the percentages, but I've got yeah. We'll have your screen up. So yeah, Emblem. If you want to go down the stats and stuff and talk percentages for stun and whatnot.
Sounds good. So it's a 450 suit. HP is 14,500. Ballistic defense is 14. Beam defense is 16. Melee is 18. The range damage modifier is 23. Melee is 22. Very kind of interesting. That's really close as a support.
Yeah.
Movement speed is 120. Although I'm sure the reason for that is something that we'll go over a little bit later in the stuff. But boosted movement is 185. It has 55 thrust. Turning speed is 60. Since this has space specialization, it's 66 with the shield missing. Melee priority is 1. Fill support man. Part slots are from starting from the top and going down 10, 13, and 9. Another interesting thing is to support with more short range slots than long, which might be a few of those, but anyway, so it has combo controller. So you do full damage on your first hit, and interestingly enough, you don't do half damage on your second. You do 70% damage on your second. It sounds like they want you to bunga.
Fuck.
And sorry, I was waiting for Magnum to finish being perturbed.
You're good. You're good.
But attack ratings for neutral side and down are the same as normal. So it's 100% neutral, 75 on sides, and 130% damage on downswings.
What is the damage for the beam saber too? I guess we can go down the weapons now.
Okay. I'll start with its main weapon, which is the hyper beam rifle. Level 1 is 1800, which it's just a hyper beam rifle if you've seen it on other suits before. Stagger value is 15 on a normal shot. Charge is 30%. Full charge power is 2470. As far as its beam saber goes, its power is 1900. And it's got the longer switch time. It's 0.77 seconds. Vulcans have a power of 80, and they have a 2% stagger value, so it's like you're just using this to push out deeps and not really like stun people. The Gatling version of the Sheik Shakina is 120 power, 4% on the stagger values, as a range of 250. So you can actually stagger with this. Looks like it fires faster than your Vulcans too, which is interesting.
Yeah, it fires about as fast as a Dom Barrage Gatling, actually, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, so really, you wouldn't want to. It doesn't seem like you want to use the Vulcans. I just want to be able to boost and shoot at somebody. The missile launcher has a power of 600. Fires 4 bullets. They have a 25% stagger per missile. So if you hit all 4, you can stagger people. Range is 3500. The mega particle beam is, let's see, here it is, 2300 damage. They have a non-charge on here, even though you can't shoot it, so you have to charge to fire. Stagger value on it is 80%, which is pretty cool. Charges in half of a second. Yeah, it's half a second, or sorry, a second and a half charge. It has a range of 400.
What's the full charge damage though compared to its
2300?
Oh wait, really? It is? Okay. Okay, I see. I thought the 2300 would just be, the base damage, and then it had the full charge. Okay, so
yeah, it doesn't even have stats for like uncharged because you can't fire it.
Okay, cool.
At least not on the wiki.
And then we have the skills. What do we got for skills?
His leg shock absorber 3, force injection, high performance spam back, and back 1. It has melee combo controller, complex arm system optimization, makes it switch faster. I guess like to the Shinka.
Between the Shikino weapons, it reduces the switch time by 80%.
Yeah, so they read that pretty quick. It's pretty relevant.
So I think it's like if a raid's charging you kind of thing. One thing that I've seen from the Switch you could do is like full charge the beam, shoot if the raid's charging you, then you get some build up with that 80%, which is nice, but then you can finish off with the missiles because you can just be like boom boom, just swap straight to it almost immediately, which is pretty fantastic, and then get that missile.
Pretty useful ability.
Yeah, and it makes sense too, because you already got the thing like to bear, right?
Yeah.
Why would switching to one of its compartment weapons take the full amount of time or whatever? So I think that's cool. Maybe it'd be something to give to the other suit as well.
The cavalry, or
yeah. Has high performance radar level 2, high performance scope level 2, observation information connection. And these are the names on the wiki. It may be different in the game. High performance airborne gimbal. This one lets you look up and down more in space. And search enemy parallel processing device. And that's the thing that lets you scope processing. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get into a game with it, and then we can kind of just talk about it. As far as initial though, what do we think, Gustav and Aqua, people that have it?
I guess quick note also is that space compatibility and priority 1. and I think it's all right. It's kind of interesting just because it came during a clan match, which is like I said before, the smallest team size possible. There are some people that try to run supports kind of close to their team just to pick off and like finish things or keep the deeps going, but like I would say it's serviceable. I don't know, some people have been struggling with it in solos, but it seems pretty learnable. Ashi's been trying to figure it out himself. And because back when he used to do cavalry, he kind of used to play it like a support just because actually something of note, the cavalry's mega beam actually has 100 more range on it than this one does.
That I wouldn't expect.
And it's also very interesting because we were talking about the melee and how it has combo controller and like the beam is actually like 1900 and all that, but it also doesn't have balancers, so I'm guessing they're expecting you to just kind of do it if you're like caught up in things. So it seems like they want you to be especially with the range on the Gatling itself, I think kind of want you to mid-range with this anyway.
Yeah, I went ahead and decided. Oh my gosh, Emblem with
Oh,
the
my
Red
lord.
Rider.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, everybody,
This
gang
man.
up
Yeah,
on
you guys
Emblem.
bullied us in raids on generals earlier.
Okay,
so
okay, that was
it's time to pay to Piper.
Hey, I was
Oh,
I was a
God.
support. I was a support when you were raid. Oh, no, leave me alone. Come on, man. Go bully the other one. He was the other raid. But yeah,
That's
Hey.
funny.
yeah, there we go. But Aqua, what do you think about the suit so far?
After I done trying to survive a raid onslaught, I think it's a I think it's actually a pretty good way for me. No. Please,
Oh my
okay.
god, it's so intensify
I think
over there.
it's I saw a lot of comparisons like, oh, it's just a Pale Rider Cavalry. I don't want this. I think it's actually a pretty capable suit. Downsides I have with it, like it not having bouncers, even though it has melee combo controller. It has no readily available instant stun, which kind of hurts it in the long run too for me. But I can see how it's the strongest support. I think it's a
this man.
pretty good one.
And then that happens.
Thoughts while I'm getting bodied, so
I have to say, so far from what I've seen, I think the damage on it is actually kind of obscene.
like
but
there's you can do the mega beam launcher. I've seen Sync Wavy do this where he does the am I gonna get up? No, okay.
Nope.
I'm gonna do the mega beam launcher. You can do straight into the missile since they for a lot of generals they'll be taking like 800, 900, even like 1000 damage. So mega beam launcher into your missiles, that's already a big chunk of damage, and then you can follow up with your Gatlin for like added damage. So it has the damage, and it has a little bit of versatility, but it
Damn, you didn't die.
can suffer
Hallelujah.
getting ganged up on.
I will say
Yes,
it's
we
a little
began the
rough
Rider War.
sometimes to lean on that skill a little bit, just because the hyper beam rifle actually does more output on charge and even just by pulsing it out than the actual Shekinah's mega beam itself. So if you actually try to go to that for a finisher, then like the startup on the other Shekinah stuff is actually kind of slow, and you can definitely feel it for things like the Gatling gun because of the spin up. Oh, I got caught the internet. Shit.
I will say, since we're in last place, we do like a ton of damage to him. Bully the raid.
Go bully 'em, boys.
I need an off type.
Gun that man.
I'm feeling targeted here. I don't know why.
It's such a strange phenomenon.
Why?
Yeah, actually it's not at all because it feels like normal. But whatever.
No, I was charging mine. Eh.
Yeah, shit. Ugh.
That's raid spawn back in. It's time to stop fighting now.
Look at that! No, the one with bouncers here.
Oh wait! Raids in. Truce.
Yeah, oh, he's
here.
coming. He's
Hey,
coming.
truce.
Hey now.
Hey.
Go
now.
for the number 2.
Hey now.
Hey now,
Star.
your raid get bullied by us.
Please.
Me.
No.
That
Oh my gosh,
glitters
I hate that
gold.
this.
Place that. Get him.
No. I got to tackle.
Oh my god, I was
I knocked him
behind
over.
you.
The cross.
Oh no, I'm about to run out of Hades. There's Zeus. No, I can't move. Existence
Oh,
is pain.
like switching to get to the second Mega Beam shot faster and stuff. Yeah, I mean you could do that too.
Damn it, Gustav!
Game just
I
barely
killed him.
missed.
Gustav, put me out of my misery.
Right, Ryder, but unfortunately, time to die. No, I wanted that, you bastard.
Yeah, that's another thing too, is that like because of the skill, you can actually switch and do those two Mega Beam
Really good
shots
combos.
successively pretty fast.
Yeah, that's another thing. You just do the shot, go to the Gatling, go back, do the shot kind of thing.
Ah, damn it, because I went to the Hyper Beam.
But I have seen like people pulling out like the 100,000 damage numbers pretty consistently.
Yeah, because the nice thing about this is that even if the shield you don't have shield mastery, it's got a small
Wait,
silhouette.
did I get the kill? Yes.
You can kind of just get to elevation and hang out places. Like you don't have to stick too close, especially if there's like something there. But you just need to try to stay in range as many of your weapons as possible.
Pretty decent.
Just take advantage of
a little bit better than a bazooka.
sub weapon swap. MBL uncharged BR, briefly switch back to MBL, switch to Gatling missile, switch to missiles or Gatling.
Charge that beam, watch out. Hey, wait till the raid comes in, then you can use that.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the raid. Did the raid's hit? The raid's hit. He's behind Gustav.
He's all...
Boom.
Damn it.
He's taking a knee. Bully his existence.
Man, make the raid feel bad for picking a raid. This is a support match. How to play against heavy attacks. I know suffering.
Oh no, I'm in first place. Not good, and my existence is about to be pain.
Oh no.
Getting to do the combo that I'm meaning to do. Oh.
I should
want all three supports to be in the top 3.
Oh no! I ran out of Hades. No. Oh no! He came back. No. I feel like this is karma. This is awkward karma.
All right.
That's funny.
Oh, I will now leave.
Cut him off. Surround him.
I'm a support. I don't got anything.
We're
12 seconds.
Oh no, Dongo, no. Dongo.
No.
Don't do it.
Dude.
How did I not stop him? I can't build up stun fast enough.
That's fun.
Okay,
like the white
good.
race. Yeah. It's not very good in a 1v1. Like when it doesn't have, it has to like a stun accumulation. Hey, I got third place. I'm fine with that.
But I will say the other than just taking advantage of awkward situations I don't think the White Rider is good at all compared to the D2 personally. But I think the D2 has enough damage though. I've been seeing it hit 100k pretty consistently on the damage numbers. And I think in an actual game, you have like you'll have it set up, and it'll actually be able to do that combo back and forth, while just charge up, shoot its missiles, shoot its Gatling, and actually just kind of sit there and just keep spamming its weapons. Go to the hyper beam rifle when things are on cooldown or whatever. But
doing very consistently good with it, so that's really handy for like because not every match is going to be a 1v1. You're going to be doing a lot of like 1v2s with your general. It's really handy for that. It's got the absurd like I was playing a Pale Rider VG with a teammate, and again my missiles were doing over 1,000 damage. So you do the beam cannon, and then you get an added 4,000 damage, and then you can follow up whatever you want with your teammate. It's disgusting. Of course, it has its downside still, but it's I think for what it is, I think it's good. It just has a few. Oh, also its legs are pretty poopy, but yeah, I just think it's pretty good, but just not the best, obviously.
But any other final thoughts about the D2?
It seems fine. Like I don't I don't know if it's broken or anything like
Random
that.
build.
I don't think it's
Definitely seems
broken.
like it's built for output, which probably is why people don't really value it, just because you need to be able to have output and stuns. I feel like in a support.
A lot of people just expected it to be just a clone of the Pale Rider Cavalry, which they just go, I already have the Pale Rider Cavalry. Why do I want to pick this suit? But yeah, it has some differences, and it definitely, I think it's worth it. If you like, if you had to choose between the two, obviously the Pale Rider Cavalry has like power with has the exam or Hades. I don't remember which the cavalry
It's
has.
Hades E.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. And of course it can actually like instant stun people and do all that follow up crap it can do. For again, like for the supporting role, I think it does good the job. It can stand out. It stands out more than the White Rider in the battlefield to me.
I will say too, I have to agree with what you just said, Emblem. The lack of stuns, I didn't really pay attention to it too much because I just saw it hitting good damage numbers, and it kind of comes back to the argument of the heavy Gundam. How well does the heavy Gundam do?
Yeah,
And
I was
while
about to make a comparison to the heavy as well. So
yeah, and it
I
just
hear you.
vomits damage, which is nice, but the thing is, you have to charge like what 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds, or whatever for its beam cannon to actually stun, and that's cool and all, but that's a
Focus time is
lot of
3.
time. Huh?
Focus time is 3.
Oh, for the heavy, it's actually
Yeah.
3. Okay, yeah. For some reason I was thinking it's a little less, but it's either way though it has a lot of damage, and it can definitely work in that way, but shooting the beam for its high stagger value and then swapping to the Gatling to just stun in a few hits is okay, but it's you're not instantly saving your teammate. Whereas kind of the same deal with this, you have to charge for 1.5 seconds, and then you can try to save your teammate. Luckily, you can actually move while charging, which is nice. So
I wouldn't mind if they made the traversal speed on the missiles a little bit faster.
yeah, I think that needs to be buffed as well on the cavalry as well, because it also has the exact same problems.
But yeah, the fact that both of your charges, and like one's 1.5, which isn't too bad, but the other one, which is going to be the harder hitting of the two, is 5. So that's kind of brutal, especially when the Shaken on top of the charge also has to do the commit stance to actually like let it loose, depending on like what you're doing or where you're trying to get into position from.
But
Yeah, I kind of wonder why they made you have to charge it. I'm surprised it's just not.
It's weird because it doesn't seem like there's enough output for there to be a payoff for it.
Mm-hmm.
The
yeah, I can
payoff you
agree.
want is trying to combo with the Sheikah. I think that's what they're intending you to do.
Yeah.
But I think they could have gotten away with it just doing like the Pale Rider Cavalry, just instant stunning. Just you don't have to charge it. I think they gotten away with that.
I think they were just afraid of it being too good out of the gate with this new skill, so they may have made a charge for it. So
I guess that's something too, right? Like between this and then the drop for the EZZ. I know this is a 2-star hell suit. On top of that, it's not a 4-star, but like I kind of wish it didn't really matter in terms of the rarity, that they just sort of went maybe a little bit harder with this just to see what would have happened and then just reeled it back again.
Right.
yeah,
Or
and
that's
honestly, in that case, just
overbalanced
an
in
outlier.
GBO2? No.
But they're still trying to maintain like decent balance and stuff, because if they go too hard on that, people are gonna be like, oh, well, it's a gotcha game through and through now. It's the new shit's always busting and it sucks and I can't keep up with these and whatever. So
And then I
I
spent
get
money
it.
for this, and then it got nerfed. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it's understandable.
But and then but they play the same problem going the reverse, right? If they make it balanced or underpowered, right? Then they have to buff it. It's like, well, I could have spent money for of course the same people will probably complain, but
Wanted to actually spend my hard-earned money on this gotcha game to get this suit. How dare you nerf this suit I haven't got yet?
But okay, so let's go ahead and if we don't have anything else for the D2 that we want to bring up, we can go ahead and get into the patch notes.
This is the last Pale Rider. That's all I'm gonna say.
Did we want to do one more match before we go into full talking mode?
I
Have
mean,
a very long discussion and downtime in a hangar.
I already took the screens down, but if we want to play one more, we can, I guess. I'm up for whatever.
Yeah, I don't mind.
With that.
Okay. Well, just another D2 game.
The
All right,
screen's
I'll
going.
play,
Just play whatever you want if you guys want.
I'll play Javazon.
I'm trying to think what you're playing at that point.
Diablo 2.
Yeah, I know, but I'm like, what does that equal in? I'm like, which? The only thing I can think is the close combat.
Well, if I was to shoot javelins at things, I guess I would have to be some kind of wet Gundam.
Oh, okay. There we go. That makes sense too. There we go. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I'm bringing my stuff back up. I might have closed it. My bad. There we go. Let's see.
So I didn't mean to catch you off guard, Magnum.
Boy,
Hey,
Arctic
Salt Base.
Base.
Hey, we finally got the salt base.
What cost are we doing? We're technically
Hey,
on 7.
we're at 700.
Oh wait, we were doing the
last match was
450.
at 7 too.
450.
We just knew.
We're still doing the
Okay.
450.
So we can just pick whatever you want now. For
450. Yeah. I guess. If you guys want to do the D2 again, I was thinking about maybe doing the heavy as like a comparison, or pulling out the.
Yeah, I'll dick
Dom
around in D2. So.
Okay.
All right, let's bring out all the support all stars.
Oh no.
Definitely
You gotta
have
get
an
the
all-star
guard
right
Gundam
here.
in there. Oh boy.
Let's bring out the best worst.
Dom Barrage.
Oh
let's go.
Lord. The best worst.
Oh no, dude.
All-star right here.
Oh,
I feel attacked every time I hear best worst. Okay. Oh, whoopsie! Darn it! Nobody attacks me, please.
What happened?
Bully Magnum.
Attack you.
No. I'm bringing
Beat
Gustav's
that man
screen
up.
back up.
Getting now for your
Ow.
life.
Ow. Or I guess we just landed. I thought I was getting attacked.
Oh, there he is.
Oh shit,
What
it's
are you
on.
doing? Sir, you good? You moving?
No, I just moved so I don't get kicked or anything. Ow. Oh, that's a Zoc! The raid boss is in! It's a Zoc. Oh man, I would fall in front of you.
Damn.
A lot of missiles coming this way. What in the world is that? Ah, my leg. Oh, it's a gun tank.
Oh my body. That was,
Dude,
that
for
was
real though,
exactly-
I play the gun tank in ranked.
Ugh.
I know I'll be talking
More
about it in
kills.
ranked when we get to the ranked discussion. But the gun tank in ranked was pretty boss, not gonna lie. Gustav, did you see that match when I was playing the gun tank?
Yeah, I thought you were mostly doing rabbit type though.
Yeah, I was doing rabbit type, but I figured I'd try like the gun tank 2.
You have better priority than me?
The
Well, two, baby. Hey, did you hit me? I'll turn around on you. No! I got the railing fucked me over.
Wah, wah.
he was grinding. He's been
And that
playing
was
too much
Sonic the
Tony Hawk.
Hedgehog.
Ah,
Takes so long
Brain.
to recover from that downswing.
I know, but it's awesome hitting a raid for like 5K on a downswing with the tank. Just saying. Like in this mode where you get that double damage bonus pretty much, and then you get more damage versus raids. Like just imagine almost
God.
one-shotting a raid with that downswing.
What? Damn. I thought I got the shot off still. Fuck.
Like does that make you cringe a little bit that you can almost one-shot a raid with the downswing?
Absolutely not.
Incredibly awesome.
Every good raid player is above getting salty when they get outplayed by support. It happens every now and then. Play a lot of games. You're gonna get
No.
shown
I
what's
mean
good
just one shot, straight up. Like not
like
even
100 to 0
outplayed,
by a
like,
support. Never.
Like yeah, dude,
Ooh.
no, for real though. Like 5K downswing, man. Like It's ridiculous. Like I said, Giga Encounter 7.7k on a counter, dude.
Ooh,
It was
wow, that's really on that.
absolutely disgusting.
bully the Zoc.
The raid boss.
Ah, too low.
Damn it, Magnum.
Ew.
I was getting into Zoc
I'm
firing.
using the
position.
delayed controller. I can't aim with the crab.
I'm using motion controls.
Zoc fire mode. Ow.
Using motion.
But
Somebody
no, no,
wants to-
no,
Oh,
no,
see,
no,
I meant
no.
to switch weapons, and I did a.
No,
I
no, no.
tackled instead. I hate this game, and it's delayed. Super
That is why
precise
I
actions.
took melee off of triangle.
Oh no.
Well, let's see if my other controller's ready. Let me turn off.
Gustav, I
this
need you to
controller.
I need you to die.
It's not even fully
What in
charged.
the
Yeah, I was
world
still
is
going
my
to use it.
dog doing outside? Oh no.
All right, Magnum. There's your request has been met, my dude.
Dog things. And a marrow.
I need you to die.
Uh-oh,
Ah!
the Zoc.
No, not me.
Suddenly, Zoc.
There's a
I
big
was supposed
Zoc
to fall
there.
over.
Oh, the
Go.
scoop to whoop.
I was not
The
supposed to
scoop,
fall
the
down.
scoop.
Zoc scoop to whoop. Support all stars.
I got it.
Hey, no. Akio, get away from him. It's mine. Yeah.
Oh.
Emblem, you shot.
Oh.
That was rude.
Now you messed up.
Yeah,
You
dude.
messed up.
My shoes.
How dare you interrupt me from this awesome combo that I was going to do that just consisted of me shooting somebody in the legs? How dare you?
I'm up here. I'm up here on top of this bridge. I have huge
Oh.
amounts of hubris right now. Hey, you're in my way. No. Ah, no. Ah.
He used to have such an ad and start doing the missiles first. All right.
Darn it. I was memeing about the hubris thing. Why did it have to come true? And it would be Emblem. No. I will say though, being able to do so much more
Hubris.
damage in ranked, I was like, this is not helping my support hubris right now. I
It's
feel
really
cocky.
not. He
feel
was doing
cocky.
it super hard.
Yeah, I feel cocky against everything right now. Oh.
Didn't really look like you were looking as low as you
No.
were, but that NBL came right down on me.
Oh, he turned around. Oh, no, he didn't. I thought he did for a second. I was like, oh,
Actually got
shit.
heavy attacks by doing
Yeah,
doing the
it's bad.
turnaround. Somebody
Yes.
comes around. I just turn around, tank it, and I tackle because they're in the middle of their heavy attack still. Just get the counter.
Oh, look.
You had to commit. I was born in the commit stance.
Molded by the commitment.
Did by it.
The commit stance, yes.
I'm out until I was a man.
For real though, that's every time you guys talk
Oh,
about,
yes,
man, it
it
has
is,
commit stance. Oh, this is horrible that it has commit stance. I'm like, what?
What do you mean?
Born in the yoink.
I'm
Moan.
born in the commit stance.
Damn it!
Shit, I missed it. The hyper. Fuck, get away from me. Nope. No.
Third place over there.
Because there's some fuckery afoot. Oh shit. No. I'm not here. Don't mind
Oh
me.
no,
Oh.
Arctic Base, I hate you.
The clipping. The elevation. How could it be? Back in a.
No, he went to the other side. Come back. I want to destroy you.
No, my kill!
Leave
kill!
me alone.
My intensify!
Yeah,
Yes!
okay.
Ah,
Ugh.
If I can
Oh,
just
I hit
stay
your
in
shield.
third,
What
I'll
is
be
this?
fine.
Ah.
yeah, I don't think it was possible for me to get back into that one. Well, maybe if Magnum or Gustav got a kill and I got assist
Damn it,
points,
I
but-
ran out of other stuff in my subs. Oh, sad.
Okay. But yeah, that's a lot of damage that you threw out there, though, Gustav. 100k, like.
Yeah, that cycle is pretty good. Crux mentioned you could do like MBL into uncharged BR, briefly switch back to MBL, switch to getting either like missiles or Gatling.
Yeah,
Because
like,
of the speed on it. Because like the baseline, even if you hit 2, you're doing more than not only the charge on the BR itself for the hyper, but also the MBL. But the charge up is so fast, and like once you're done with that, the ready up into the next sub weapon is gonna be pretty quick too.
Uses a lot. Supposed to be useful, you know.
now I gotta go fast. Oh, I had the X still up, the topics over my screen that time. Whoops. Oh well. Okay, so and now into the patch notes though. But I think the D2 is pretty solid. I have to say, I like it. But I have to agree. Kind of thinking about it though, the lack of stun options, definitely good sub support for 6v6 though. I could definitely see that being a thing. But
Sub supports aren't real. Those are just people who don't want to play Bunga suits.
yeah, they don't want to play the general. Pretty much.
Do more damage than a
Oh,
general, but not have to work as hard.
Well, I think you had that backwards. The pseudo support generals are the ones that do that, like
right.
the full armor gun on ground type, or
Oh my goodness.
all the stun looping and downswings without the output necessarily.
yeah, without the lack of balancers and having real priority on your melee attacks and stuff.
Okay.
No consequence. Don't worry about it. It's fine.